Are you 18 and over? Are you registered to vote? If you're not, the general election takes place on November 5th, 2024. The last day to register is October 7th. Please find out more information to make your voice heard at www.votetexas.gov.
What is up, guys? Good Monday morning. This is Mikayla.
This is Melina. Good morning. Good morning. Rise and shine. Get to moving.
How was your weekend, Melina?
It was good. It was kind of sad, and we'll talk about it, but it was a happy, sad moment for me this weekend because the Olympics, they're
I
over. They're over. We don't have people to talk about anymore when it comes to the Olympics. Although there's a lot to talk about today on the Olympics.
there
But
is.
Cowboys preseason
I was about to
started.
say you will probably be real happy because the Cowboys started their preseason yesterday.
Yes, 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 yes.
And they
Okay,
played
so what are we doing on the
the
show today?
oh quick, they played the Los Angeles Rams, right? I got that right.
Yes,
Okay.
you're
Okay, so
learning. I'm proud of you.
I am. So first and foremost, Melina, you knew this was gonna be number one on my list. USA women's national soccer team took gold.
And you really cried, right? You really
Oh,
cried in that moment.
I 100% cried. Like there was tears
I
streaming.
love it.
I'm literally crying right now talking about it.
Oh my goodness.
I am so excited for so many different reasons. But yes, if you don't have me on social media, you don't know me personally, and you just are living under a rock, US women's national team took home the gold, defeating Brazil 1-0, in their final game on Saturday. And of course, Mallory Swanson, who along with Trinity Rodman and Sophia Smith have just been like the top scorers for this round. Um, got the goal at the 57th minute mark. And they were able to hold the lead the rest of the time, which is so exciting. It's their first Olympic gold in 12 years.
Nice. Well, congratulations to them. Let me tell you something. I don't know if
Okay.
you watched the women's basketball game yesterday and on Sunday, because today's Monday. So Sunday, they played for gold against
Mm-hmm.
France.
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
I
it
know they
came,
won.
huh?
They
Yes,
won, right?
they
Okay.
won, but it came down to the last second, the last heart attack, because, the men's had already won. So it was
Yeah.
like, okay, if we can do double of this is amazing. So
Yeah.
it came down to the last second and we still won. So,
Look at us. Um, so I do just going real quick back to the soccer. They played Brazil, and Brazil has a legend of a player. Her name is Martha. Who honestly has really grown the game in the last couple of years of women's soccer. She did uh she did retire. Her last competitive game was the Olympic gold match. Competitively at least.
mm,
So it's really she's been a real big inspiration to a lot of the females in the sport. And looking back, 12 years ago when we last took the Olympic gold, there wasn't really any question of if the USA was taking the gold or not. We were. But safe to say, the last couple of years, not just in the Olympics, but also in the FIFA Women's World Cup, the women's soccer in other countries have really, really come out running into the race. And it's just exciting to see the game grow.
I know. So 2020, we're in 2024. So
Hmm
2028 will be the next one. And
hmm
we'll talk about where that's going to be later. But
hmm
so what was the final medal count?
Girl, are you ready? 126 medals total.
Because we're badasses. Americans are badasses. Represent. I think the second closest was like 90 something,
And
right?
it
It
was
was
China,
like,
yeah.
and it was China. So we beat by like 30 plus.
Yeah.
I think it was like 35 or something like that, that we were in
Yeah.
the lead of medals. Hello.
And I will say we did tie with China with each of the countries having 40 gold medals.
Oh,
Yeah. So we tied with gold medals, but we just completely wiped the floor with everyone else with the total medal counts.
Don't mess with America. When we have to get crazy, we do together. We unite. We unite. Okay, girl.
Mm.
The gymnast, Jordan Childs. I don't even know what to say.
I wouldn't know how to feel like being in that situation.
Okay, so, and I want to make sure that I understand it, and those listening that may not know about it or have been boycotting the Olympics since it started or whatever, I'm going to bring you up to date. So Jordan Childs gets the bronze.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So who was the other team?
So it was Romania.
Romania.
Anna
Yes.
I'm gonna mispronounce
Barbosa.
Barbosu.
Yeah.
Barbosu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gets the points as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they were tied. Is that correct?
So I want to say no. I want to say yes, they tied, and then the Romanian team was like, no, they didn't score our gymnast on one of her stunts, tricks, whatever they're called. The
So
judges
she
went,
technically won.
she technically won, but then they said that she
Didn't
was,
turn in the appeal enough.
yes. And so
That's a
now,
mess. It's a mess. And
but yeah, so
you know,
now, yeah, but so then they gave the bronze to Jordan. But now they're saying that the International Olympic Committee announced yesterday that the bronze medal that was given to Jordan will now have to be awarded to Anna. But USA has filed an appeal for that decision.
it's a mess.
It
Like
is. So right now,
it,
who knows who has the bronze medal in the
okay, but
floor
would you
routine.
be honest, as a girl? Now you've
Mm-hmm.
worked your whole life for this. They have the podium, they all go up there. You're not going to
Mm-hmm.
get that
Mm-hmm.
because it's already been done. You may
Mm-hmm.
get the medal, it doesn't mean the same. If
Yeah.
you lost it by a technicality, do you really want it? Technically.
I
You see
don't
what I'm
know.
saying? So, in
Yeah.
my opinion, and I'm not that girl in either one of their positions, but I would
Yeah.
think that I would just say, can we not just give her a bronze medal as well? She's not going to get the ceremony because the gold and silver is already gone. It's already
Yeah.
done. So, I don't know. I feel horrible for both
I
of them.
do. I feel really bad, especially because people are bringing their race card into it because
Oh,
they're
of
like,
course.
they didn't give Anna the podium because they wanted an all black podium for the first
And
time.
see, you know how
So,
I feel
yeah.
about
So
that.
there's
So,
that also into all of it. So I'm curious to see how they are going to play this out.
yeah.
Because it's gonna be a lot of like backtracking on like the Olympics and the
Well,
countries and
they need
all
to
of
fix
that.
their bylaws. Everything
Yeah.
needs to be fixed before the next one when it comes to
Appeal
Los
status and
Angeles,
technicalities. Oh, yes.
California.
Yes. I'm so excited.
I am going to road trip. I think we should plan right now. We should put it into the universe. We should motivate ourselves that me and you are going to do a girls' road trip. I'm just
To the
saying. I know
Olympics.
I shouldn't even tell you that because you'll start planning it all right now, like every step of the way that what day we would have to leave, what time we would have to leave, all of that. So just put it out into the universe and we'll see where we are in 2028.
That might be too far away for me to actually do any planning. I'm just trying to get through like next week at this point.
I get it. Okay. Now
Okay.
we're
Tell me
going to
about your
talk
favorite thing.
breakdancing. Girl, you knew I was so excited about that sport coming
Mm-hmm.
for the first
You
time.
like, yeah. That's all
But
you talked about.
it's one and done. They're not
Yeah.
playing it again. They're not
So
going to compete again. They're not going to do it.
why?
But there was
Did they say
and
why?
it didn't work out the way they liked it, I guess. I don't know. But
Uh,
after seeing one TikTok video of I
mm-hmm.
can't remember where she was from. I want to say Australia.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't watched it, I seriously, you know what? Mad respect for anyone that makes it to the Olympics. We should not be laughing, judging, characterizing anything because they got to the Olympics and I'm just sitting here talking to you. I didn't go to the Olympics. I didn't go to Paris. I
Yeah.
didn't do that, right? Real
Yeah.
talk. But the way this lady, performed the breakdancing, when I
Mm-hmm.
was watching it, I thought it was a skit. I thought it was like a joke.
Yeah. I didn't like some of the videos I've seen. I'm like, are they actually breakdancing? Like,
That girl
what?
was not break. I don't know what she was doing. I have no
Hmm.
idea. But all you have to do, if you don't believe me, is go to Facebook, go to Instagram, or go to TikTok and type in US Olympic breakdancing, and she be one of the top. And again, you know what? I'm a firm believer in, if you're not in the middle of the ring fighting, as spectators, we shouldn't be judging, right? Because you're not
Hmm.
getting beat up, all that.
Yeah.
But I would hope that I have friends that would say, Melina, you cannot go and do that performance. You look absolutely ridiculous. Like, I
Yeah.
would hope that I would have someone in my life
I
that
would
would say.
say.
So, again, kudos to her. She did it. But breakdancing is one and done. They ruined it. They just, it's over after this year. So whoever won it,
Well,
our Sunny girl did not win it.
no, I heard her and another one got beat in
Yeah,
like the
semi,
round
yeah, something
round
like that.
table
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
So not, so all I'm gonna say is, if you haven't heard about it or you haven't seen it, go Google it, go look it up, and you will have a good laugh. But it was real, and it didn't look like it. Okay.
All
But
right.
so they're over. No more Olympic talk until our road trip, right?
Well, we might have some more Olympic talk just because the Olympics might be over, but the Paralympics start later on this month.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Okay.
So our Olympic talk may not be over. It's just gonna take a break for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this episode, we actually are so grateful because we have another guest. Um, so Miss Danielle Torres is an award-winning Texas-bred comic and reigning queen of Corpus Christi comedy. Danielle originally started doing stand-up as an excuse to get away from her kids. Love that. But eventually fell in love with being on stage. And now, several years later, she's open for some of the biggest names in comedy, such as Nate Bargatze, I'm mispronouncing that, Mike Epps, Carlos Mencia, Chingo Bling, Steve Trevino, and Rob Schneider. So, welcome, Danielle.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
Danielle, thank you for joining us. Okay, so Mikayla, out of those comics, how many of them do you know?
Ah,
So by name, Steve Trevino and Rob Schneider. But
You don't know Mike Epps?
nope. I like it's not that I don't think what you do is funny because I love comedians. I don't have like the patience to go and sit through a comedy show.
it's
That
like an
sounds so bad.
acquired taste. It really, no, no, no. It's an acquired taste. And if you're still into kind of like going to clubs, girl, you're still a little too young for the comedy scene, it looks like to me. It's comedy, and stand-up comedy kind of happens after you kind of settle down, you're tired of going to the clubs, you want to go sit down and laugh and be able to drink, not stand in a long line to go pee. That's when you kind of come
Yeah.
to comedy.
Okay, well
And
that
that's
makes
how
sense.
I learned about Danielle. She was at Mesquite. No, yeah, downtown Mesquite, right? And that,
Yes.
and she was doing, I can't remember who was going to be there, but she was one of the comics up there. Mikayla, when I tell you, I left and I had like laugh lines till the next day, because she's just, you know me, I keep it
Uh-huh.
real. And
Yeah.
sometimes people laugh at me and I'm not even trying to make them laugh. I'm just being
Yeah.
real, like that. This is her. So
Yeah.
I'm going to let her talk. I'm going to let you ask her some questions, because she's super funny and she has some stuff she wants to share.
Okay. The
Thank you so
platform's
much.
yours.
I was super excited to hear you guys talk about the Olympics, because me too. I am a gold medalist. If there was an Olympics for baby mamas, I would be a gold medalist. I promise you. Come on, just you go through all the obstacle courses, the different baby daddies, trying to come up with school supplies by yourself and applying for food stamps in record time. That gotta be an Olympic competition right there, if you ask me. It's been a crazy ride. I think from the last time I saw Melina to today. Oh man, I've at one point I was the most workingest comedian here for Corpus Christi. So you really saw me every single week for about 5 years. I hosted the comedy
wow.
shows downtown at Mesquite Street Comedy Club. Helped them open the newer, bigger location on the south side. And south side. You know, we wanted to bring comedy to people in Corpus who just, it was against their religion to cross SPID. So, you know.
No, it really is. It really is. I have to go to the other side.
So, you know, I mean, just like Corpus Christi, I have expanded over the years, and not just
you got different baby daddies in different area codes and zip codes.
Yeah, a little bit. It's different states now at this point too. So, you know, I mean, I just, girl, I get around. My child support doesn't go far, but I do apparently. So I started doing comedy almost 10 years ago. My last child, my accident, my whoops, I like to call her, you know, the nickname. I moved to Corpus Christi. I was a divorced mom with 2 children. I'd been married twice, and I had souvenirs from each one of my marriages. And I didn't even know what a baby mama was. You know, I'd never really heard that term.
You just grew into it.
Girl, let me tell you. And the very first time that my last baby daddy, because there's a couple, right? So my last baby daddy, he was like, "You're nothing. You're not my ex-wife. You're barely my ex-girlfriend. You're nothing but a baby mama." And I was like, "Dude, bet I'm gonna get that on a shirt, put some rhinestones on it, and I'm gonna own that," because I know that he was saying that to me like to insult me, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I've got a lot of kids, but I'm not ashamed of a single one of them, you know, so I'll baby mama it all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And just as I went through comedy and did different comedy shows and was still juggling being a single mom and doing comedy, those 2 things really don't intersect very well, because comedy held late at night in clubs and bars with a whole bunch of drunk people. And that's like how I ended up with baby number 3. So, you know, I mean, it's really not. Yeah, you really don't. And then it's like, who's going to watch your kids while you go to do the comedy shows? I tried a little bit of Benadryl and let them fall asleep in the car, but then CPS got involved, and that's a whole nother story. So as I was kind of navigating these challenges and trying to like chase your dream and, you know, not end up in jail because of CPS, I sat down and I wrote a book. I wrote a book called The Baby Mama Bible. And in that book, I kind of...
This is real life. You can dream. This is why we live in America, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Look, and here's you can see the cover of it now. This is Baby Mama Bible. I am this close to actually...
Did you learn that from our former president, since he had his own Bible? Was yours first? Did you do it first, or did he?
I did. Oh. This has actually been... I've been working on this for the last 7 years.
Holy smokes.
It really... Well, let me tell you what. I got a Sancho, right? Because I'm past the point of Sanchos. Husbands and boyfriends, right? Sanchos are great.
Are we really talking about Sanchos on a Monday morning?
It's girl talk. It's girl talk.
Best way to get your week started is by spending Sunday night with your Sancho. You didn't know, Melina? Because you got to read the book. See, now you got to buy the book, girl.
You got to read the book, Melina.
You got to read the book. So I wrote
You get a book. You get a book. You get a book. You get a book. Everybody gets a book.
I'll be so excited when I actually can sell it. Hopefully, we're looking to have a book launch and a comedy show coming up August 23rd at Mesquite Street downtown. Okay. So I'll be joined on stage by Lacey Lansford out of the San Antonio area, Trey Armijo here from Corpus Christi, Jen De La Fuente, and it's going to be a really, really great time. I hope you girls can make it. But really, it just, I'm a mom and I'm a comedian, and I decided one day, after dealing with my Sancho's baby mama, his ex-wife, right? Listen, let me tell you, because the lady was acting crazy, right? She was acting crazy, and I thought, girl, I got 3 different baby daddies, and I never acted the way you did. Sis, let me write you a letter. But then she blocked me on everything, so I couldn't send it to her. So, is
the letter in the Bible?
You know, the letter is not in the Bible, but a dedication to her is.
Oh,
I'm not even kidding you. I think I can show you. It's the very last page, and it says, for my Sancho's baby mama and every baby mama, we are in this together.
I love that.
Well,
Wait,
because it was
I
a
love
transaction
that.
so crazy. And it was like, I was like, sis, listen, I got you. I've been there, but divorced a couple times. I am practiced. Like, I am a legacy baby mama. My mom was a baby mama. My grandma was a baby mama. Like, this is generational trauma here. So I thought, I'm gonna write this book and I'm gonna try to get me some generational wealth here going. So that,
You need to be the curse reverser. You need to reverse the curse and be generational wealth and not generational baby mamas.
So I sat down and really started writing it from a comedic perspective. Like, I came up with my own 10 commandments of how to navigate being a single mom. If we're lucky, our moms taught us how to be a good wife, how to be a good mom, but nobody taught us how to be a baby mama and navigate a relationship with a man that you never want to see again.
Well, co-parenting's hard. Co-parenting
is very hard.
Especially Mikayla. Okay, so understand, Mikayla does not have children yet, so she has not gotten to experience the wonderful hood of motherhood, right?
How gangster it is, really.
You gotta be. You especially got bad kids. And I don't mean bad like they're bad, but you know what I mean.
No, they're bad. They're bad.
They do co-parenting, that especially as Latinas, we get a little crazy. There are those moments that baby mamas are tested to their core. And it's funny that you talk about that you want to talk about those things. And I think it's, people can laugh, but it's real. I mean, lots of sleepless nights and fights.
Yeah, you got that right. I'm gonna write that down. Lots of sleepless nights and fights.
Will you credit me for that so I can get a dime, just a dime per
a lot of sleepless nights and fights with your kids, your baby daddy, and with yourself. And again, nobody was talking about that. So, like, the very first commandment in my baby mama Bible is thou shalt not slash tires, right?
I love that.
I thought that had to be.
I think most men could appreciate that. I think they should thank you.
Absolutely, at the very beginning, like, girl, get a hold of yourself. The last thing you want to do is end up in jail because you will not be there to kiss your babies goodnight or good morning. Like, and the next week's grocery money just went on your bail to get out. It's just, again, trying to break that cycle because I'd run into women that were, girl, screw him, girl, and let's go slash his tires. And I had that kind of friend too. And when I went to go slash my ex-husband tire, I couldn't find a knife that was sharp enough. So it's like, thank God for the mystical intervention, the universe kind of intervening on my behalf and being like, girl, look, we do not want to end up in jail. You got way too many kids. There's a lot of foster homes spread out.
Oh my God.
That's what led to here. And as I wrote it, I started realizing that there was a bigger and a broader message that really needed to reach single moms. Statistically, in the United States, minority brown people, we have 63% of children live in single parent homes. 63%.
Wow.
So when you look at the overall bigger picture, was like when I first put this out, and I first put the book out in an ebook version on Amazon Kindle. You read it for free. And my very first review came from somebody in Australia.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And that was the first time that it really hit me that this isn't just a Corpus Christi problem, right?
Yeah, but the problem of it's not just a Corpus Christi problem. It's a worldwide problem. Yeah. But we got some crazies in Corpus, girl. We got some crazy baby mamas. I've seen them in different places, and I'm just like, what the heck? It's not that serious. Just calm down. No reason to start wearing orange. There's nobody
sharing that message with these women. There's not. We have other toxic friends that are feeding off of their own negativity to drive the car, right? So I thought I'd write this Bible and this book, because the Bible really is a book of truth. So I thought I'm going to put together a book of my own truths and how I got through this. Like, there's another commandment where I say, that's not his new girlfriend. That's your new babysitter, sis. We look at this completely different. We really do. A lot of these women are like, oh, you're not going to have my baby around some new girl. What? That baby's you're trying to hire up a Facebook, at least this man knows her. You send them badass kids right on over to your baby dad's new girlfriend. You take some time off for yourself. You cry by yourself in the shower. You can go get yourself a 20-piece of chicken nuggets at McDonald's, and you don't got to share with your kids. You take advantage of that opportunity, because in every new relationship, the baby daddy wants to act like, oh, well, I want to see my kids. She just keeps me from my kids. Let's make a liar out of him. You go give him those kids all the time.
Yep.
Sooner
Yep.
or later, she's going to realize that he ain't shit, just like he wasn't with you. And, you know, now what do I got? You know what I got? I got a support system of my baby daddy's ex-girlfriends at this point. We meet once a week. We have coffee.
It's a networking meeting, comparing stories, getting
I booked some shows from those meetings.
cheese, man. Like, okay, what's going on now? So, Mikayla, I know you had some questions for. This is her all the time. All the
I
time.
love that. I love that. I just want to say, I love how like authentic you are, especially when you're talking about something like this. Like, first of all, being a single mom is tough. My mom kind of did it throughout my childhood, even though my dad was still in the picture. It was a divorced one, so I spent a lot of time with her. So she raised me, and so I just
You're
want to
a
say,
product of a baby mama, then, right?
kind of, yeah. So I just want to like say that authenticity. Oh my God, I can't even freaking say it. You know what I'm trying to say. It's really refreshing. And I just want to thank you, because I don't think this is something that's talked about. Like, it's talked about, but it's kind of talked as like taboo. Like, it's like one of those hush hush, like, oh, like it's like not something that we talk about in the daily society. But you're saying no, like it needs to be talked about, and I appreciate it, even though it's not directly affecting me at this point in my life. But it's nice to hear it being talked about.
Well, and it didn't affect you because you were raised by a single mom. Like you said, even if your dad was involved and he was present, who was a 365 days a year, 24/7 available when you woke up in the middle of the night, you had a nightmare, your leg hurt. Your dad wasn't there. It was your mom that had to be on this full alert. Girl, after this, go pick up the phone, call your mom, say you're sorry, and thank you.
Mikayla's a good one. I know she probably had her separate teenage issues or whatever, but I don't think she probably gave mom too many issues at home. So that's what's good. But it is, again, I was a single mom at one point in my life, and it's hard. It's hard, especially if you don't have the perspective and if you don't talk about it. My kids' brother by their father, it's their half brother. His mom never married him, didn't do that. But she is one of my very best friends. Like, if I was going to have to ride for one of five, she's one of them. Like, she is, we both realized that neither one of us were going to be with him, all of the things. And so co-parent, it makes it easier co-parenting your children with their siblings when that happens. And I found that easier for my children to adapt to it when they didn't see her and I going at it. I'm not saying we didn't have our struggles at the beginning, but it's a taboo that's talked about. People laugh about it, baby daddies, baby mamas, and it can be funny, especially when that number starts going past like 4 or 5. I mean, it's like, dude, are you not learning? Are you not learning here?
I think the problem is that we bear the consequence for falling in love multiple times, right? Bear the consequence. And that's not to say, oh, are you calling your children consequences? Heck yeah, 75% of us are here by accident. No, nobody planned. I sure as heck didn't plan this. Like, I held on to my divorced mom of 2 status so tightly that when I ended up pregnant with the third one accidentally, I went to the trade center to get myself a little cubic zirconia ring so people would think I was married. Like, I was so ashamed of myself, Like, but again, in that, like, now all I can do is be authentic. That this is who I am. I'm gonna own it. And one of the things I think that's happened to me over the years in doing comedy, as much as I love to make people laugh, it's something that heals my soul. Truly, it does. Is I would get up there and I would think, if I can get these people's attention. And now it's happened. Hundreds of people I've been in front of, and they stop and they listen to me. Am I really saying something that's important? Am I really helping the people that need it the most? And well, who are the people that need it the most? The people that are me.
Yeah.
It's God's grace.
You're the messenger for it.
You know, yeah. I could have ended up in housing. I could have ended up on welfare. I could have ended up drug addicted, because raising children by yourself, it's overwhelming. I know Melina can probably do that experience. It's hard, especially if you got more than one kid. That's two of them against you every single day. You know, there's
yeah.
And you can't win. You can't kill them kids off and be like, yay. No.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. So where can people get the book at?
The book is going to be available right now. The book is online at Amazon.com in the Kindle version. We are getting ready to run my very first printing of the book, so it'll be available at the Baby Mama Comedy Show, August 23rd at Mesquite Street Comedy Club downtown. That's going to be our book launch party, our comedy show. I'm super excited.
I think we need to go, Mikayla. I think we have a date.
I think so. It's going to be my first comedy show, so.
Hey, we're talking trash, girl. That's the best kind of birth control, because after you listen to me for 30 minutes, you'll be like, hell no, we don't want no kids.
All right.
They're easier. You could put them in a cage and no one calls the cops on you. I'm just saying, that's my advice to you.
I love it. Well, I do just want to say again, thank you for coming on here and making us laugh, especially on a Monday morning, but also, you know, speaking some truths on this Monday morning.
I like speaking truth, girl. You know me. I like keeping it real. Let's just keep it all real.
I wish all the baby mamas a happy back to school season.
Yes.
Get them kids out of the house and get yourself a cup of coffee and be able to watch some TikTok without any interruptions. You know, get yourselves to work, girl. And yeah, definitely pick up a copy of my book so we can have some motivation and community here within us all. I appreciate you guys so much for letting me come on your podcast and talk about
Thank you.
Gold medal winning baby mamas. That's what they need to have. I'm telling you, in the next
2028, we're going to work on it. We're going to work on it just for you.
In the Los Angeles Olympics. I mean, come on.
Pick one from every state to compete. See, there you go.
It was
okay, what's next, Mikayla?
Thank you so much, Danielle. If you know of a female athlete going into their senior year of high school and would like to see them be recognized for all of their hard work as an athlete on Girl Talk Sports Talk, please email girltalksportstalk@gmail.com and send us the information and we will reach out to you. Okay, so before we wrap this up, I did just want to mention the Paralympics does start August 28th and it goes through September 8th. So we're not quite done talking about the Olympics.
Yay.
Whoop, whoop. And then, of course, as mentioned earlier, preseason started for the NFL this past weekend. So soon, counting down the days. How many days, Melina? Do you know?
It's 2 weeks till college game day and like 4 weeks till the Cowboys kick off against the Browns.
Closer and closer every day. And then one last thing, speaking of football, the Corpus Christi Tritons will be hosting a flag football tournament on October 26th and 27th. The teams will be provided jerseys. It is $350 per team, and a team is a total of 10 players. Registration does end September 20th, and for more information and to sign up, visit TritonsArenaFootball.com.
And before we go off, I just want to tell everybody of events going on this week. Black Business Week all week. Go to the Black Chamber of Commerce for Corpus Christi to get more information. On Wednesday, the 14th, WBA is hosting an August Lunch and Learn. It costs you nothing. For more information on that, go to Westside Business Association Facebook or their website and get more. And then next Sunday, August family picnic is hosted by the Free Store. If you want more information about that, go to the Free Store page on Facebook. They assist the homeless. They help give their basic needs. And again, I know we're going short on time, so if there's anything that you would like to look, just reach out to them on their Facebook. And that's all I got for this week's events.
All right. So as always, have a great, great week, and we will talk to y'all on Friday.
Have a great week, everybody.
This is Mikayla.
This is Melina.
And remember, sports are for girls too.
Are you looking to grow your business and increase your brand visibility? Become a sponsor with the Girl Talk Sports Talk podcast. Our sponsorship opportunities offer you a unique chance to connect with our dedicated fan base and community. Let us help you elevate your business name and reach new heights. Contact Melina or Mikayla today to learn more about how you can get involved and make a lasting impact. Join us and watch your business thrive.